Let's powder my nose. Do you want to know what it takes to get the flyGIRL scholarship? That's what I'm going to talk about today. So I've only got a couple of weeks before I announce the next winner of the flyGIRL scholarship that I collaborated with Sporties with. It's worth $4,000. I got to make a decision here in less than 2 weeks. So I wanted to let you know what goes into this whole process of picking out the winner of the scholarship. And hopefully this will help you in the future when you're applying for scholarships. What are people thinking when they're trying to choose a winner? I've been reading essays and looking at resumes, looking at pilot logbooks. I've been doing all kinds of things. How did I get to the finalists? Here's the whole process. Women in Aviation, their website, they administer and they take care of accepting all the documents that are required by flyGIRL in order to be considered for this scholarship. That includes an essay, a resume, 2 letters of recommendation. I want to see if you have any pilot certificates. I'd like to see those. I want to see your logbook, see how many hours you have, if any. And I want to see or know which medical you've received, if any. Women in Aviation International takes all that information in, and this year I had nearly 400 people apply for this scholarship, which is more than last year, which was more than the year before, so it keeps growing, which is very exciting. Love that. And then they let me know when the deadline has been reached. Here's all the applications. I can access it online and download all the information that people send in. So once I received all of those, I formed a committee. So I formed a committee. There was 11 women on this committee, and all of these women are involved in aviation. Most of them are pilots as well, and some of them are not. They have a lot of aviation knowledge, and they're all women. Not that I'm opposed to men, so don't get your panties in a wad. These are people that I trust, people that know me, know kind of what I'm looking for. I divide up and give a certain number of applications for each person to go through and give them a deadline to please narrow this down to your top 2 or 3 and send me those. Now I also had my own chunk to go through. Each person has somewhere between 35 and 45 essays to read through, applications, folders to go through, and it's a lot of information. A lot of essays to read, which are very entertaining. I love reading those, it's probably my favorite thing. But my process is for each person, when I open up their folder, I look immediately at their logbook and see how much time they have. I look to see if they already have their private or any other ratings. I look to see if they have a medical, which medical they have. I look at their resume to see kind of what they've done in the past, what their work history and their school history is, if they have any kind of, achievements or, what's the word? Accolades, I guess, anything like that that would really stand out. That doesn't determine if you're the winner or not. I don't care. I really never won anything. I just want to see that to try to get a picture of what this individual is like. The next thing I do is read the essay. And then lastly, I look at the recommendation letters. The only thing that I don't like in a recommendation letter is if it is from a family member or someone that has known the applicant for like less than a year. I'd like to see someone that actually knows you, but not a family member who is going to be biased, of course, and say nice things about you. If you are going to apply for a scholarship, I promise you, most people do not want to see a family member write you a recommendation letter, and they want to see someone that's known you for kind of an extended period of time. Let's face it, you know someone for a short period of time, you only see the great parts of that person. Reading the essay is probably, I don't know if it's the top thing. I'm a very emotional kind of person, so I like the essay a lot. That tells me a whole lot about this person. How long they've been interested in aviation. Is this new? Are they a career changer? What kind of obstacles have they faced? I don't want something that is just very generic and bland and just tells me some facts. I want to know what got you here. What is driving you to want to become a pilot? Because honestly, you gotta have some serious motivation. It requires discipline and persistence, and you really need to be someone that is very passionate about aviation in order to continue on this journey that takes years to get to a certain destination. The essay also should, and this is probably true with any organization when you're applying for a scholarship, know the person or the company that you are speaking to. I want the person to know about flyGIRL, about me, about Sporties. That's gonna help you a lot because you can kind of direct your essay towards things that you know I'm interested in. If you know anything about me, you know that I like warbirds. So if you bring that up in an essay, this little light's gonna go, ooh, okay, I like that. So whenever you are applying, I say so a lot, I'm sorry, try to put in some information or little tidbits of things that you think can connect you to that person or organization. The next thing is I am a grammar Nazi. If there's punctuation's messed up or you misspell things, and that kind of is like, that's just something that you should not have at all. Use Grammarly. There's all kinds of tools you can use to make sure you've got words spelled correctly, you've got punctuation, you've got capitalization. There's no problems like that because that speaks volumes to people. You've got to get that right. My friends that know me know that I am a stickler for that kind of thing. When I send a text and it doesn't have the correct grammar, it's so belittling to me. It's like, no! As far as the hours that you put in, I want to know how much skin have you had in the game? Who's financing this? Are you doing this by yourself? Do you have loans? Do you have a huge amount of loans? Do you have mom and dad helping you? There's actually these rubrics that people use where each kind of thing, like punctuation and like correct grammar, you get points for that. You have a story that's well organized. Each person is deserving of this scholarship, and if I could win the lottery, I would give it to everyone. I actually probably need to play the lottery in order to win it, and which I don't do. Who is gonna win the flyGIRL scholarship? Can't wait to pick that winner and help this girl. Thanks for watching. I hope that's been helpful. If you have any comments, please email me. You can email me through my website, flygirlllc.com. Or you can send me a DM on the flyGIRL Kelley social media outlets. I'm on everything.